So in this video, girls, we're going to look at how to create separate notebooks for each of your subjects. Now, the best way to think about this is to think about your current folders, your white folders that you carry around. You're probably going to have a number of exercise booklets in there or writing pads for each of your subject areas, and those would be divided off into the subjects, perhaps with dividers. You may even have dividers within a particular subject for, let's say, each of the units of work that you will undertake in those subjects. So let's have a look at how we can do that. Now, before we do that, I'll just talk to you about the default sort of setup. Chances are that when you've opened OneNote, you may well have this OneNote 2007 toolkit, or it may be another sort of welcome tutorial. So the notebooks you will see on the left-hand side here. So each of your subject notebooks you'll see here. Across the top, these things are called sections. We normally, if you think about your folders, they're just like your dividers, those plastic dividers. On the right hand side we have pages which live in each of those sections. So I can see in the welcome section there are a number of pages in there, and I can flick between sections within that notebook. So what we would like to do is create a new notebook. So I'm going to go File, New Notebook, and I'm going to call this 9 Design and Tech. Now the reason I'm putting a 9 there is because I'm in year 9. You need to manage these throughout your time at Cheltenham or your schooling life. The template that I'm going to use the blank one. I encourage you to use the blank one when you're first sort of getting used to OneNote. The other templates, whilst they may look quite pretty, they do have some issues when it comes to printing. Like backgrounds may not be printed and those types of things. So I'm just going to choose a blank page there, or a blank template, and I've got the name there. You can choose the color of the notebook, and that's just the color of like the icon type thing. So I'm just going blue, and I'm going to click Next. Now we've got to tell the computer who's going to use this notebook. First option, I will use it on this computer. Second option, I will use it on multiple computers. Third option, multiple people will share the notebook. This is particularly useful to share the notebook. For example, later on when you do want to collaborate with other students, so both of you can work on the document together or the file together. But for the time being, we're just going to look at, I will use it on this computer. So I'm going to hit Next. And this is obviously the location as to where your notebook is going to be saved to. So it's into Documents, into OneNote Notebooks. Now there is no save feature. I'm just going to click Create there for you, and you can see I've got the 9 Design and Tech notebook here. It's got one section. It's unnamed. I can see there's no page title. There is only one page in here. Let me just show you the save thing here. Like there's Save As here, but I don't need. There's no save. So that save as is like just for the first time, but there is no save. So every time I close it, it will automatically save the work for me. So I've created a notebook. Just to go over it, I've got 9 Design and Technology. There's only one section. There's only one page. If I was just to create a new notebook, for example, English, I'll leave that blank also. Next. Yep. Next again, and it's going to create a separate notebook within that folder, and there it is. I've got English there and Design and Technology. So what I'd like you to do is to spend a few minutes just creating notebooks for each of your subject areas, and that should be simple enough, and I'll see you in the next video.